we may now work with the sensitivity analysis and figure out how small changes or large changes in these numbers might change our decision process. Okay, so Precision Tree has a number of reports here and analysis that will help us understand what are the possible outcomes, what's the best strategy, what are the alternatives when you trigger an alternative or another. Okay, so first of all, we have a policy suggestion, which is a report that creates an optimal tree. And the optimal tree brings you only it's a good way to present your strategy because it brings you only the tree containing only the paths you should follow. It removes every decision alternative that is false. So only the true paths on the decision nodes, and of course on the probabilistic node where you don't control anything, it shows you all the possible outcomes. But then it gives you an idea of how you will react. What's the recipe for success here? So follow on with plan B. If it succeeds, you stop. If it fails, you continue with C. If you succeed, you stop. If it fails, you continue with A. If it succeeds, you stop. If it fails, you replace. And then you have all the possible results that this plan may yield. All of these results may be listed on this risk profile report, which helps you understand not only the results you see for this plan. This is a probability chart showing you not only the results for this plan, which is plan B, but also the results and likelihoods you would see for other values, other numbers. Okay, so other strategies, they also have the same possible values at the end, right? It's a very simple combination of the four costs. But the likelihoods change, and they change a lot. And the one with the lowest expected value, which, by the way, you could calculate here as the sum product of the values by their probabilities, right? The lowest expected value is 323, as we saw before. So the expected value of the three alternatives, same thing we have in the tree, is simply the expected value of all possible final outcomes. And then we have a comparison of these values, their probabilities, and you can even see that on a chart here, all combined, the three, four actually, alternatives combined, okay? So you have not only an optimal strategy to follow, but you may prepare yourself for this. What are the outcomes that may occur? If someone says, oh, we cannot spend 1,000. We don't have, for example, in our office or in our group, we don't have an allowance that big. The maximum we could spend perhaps is 800. Otherwise, we'd have to report to main office or whatever. So we have a problem because with this strategy, 8% of the time, like 1 out of every 12 pieces of equipment, you will have to spend that much. Oh, but you can't. I have to stop earlier. Then this is not the strategy you are following anymore. If you have to stop earlier, then we will have to change the tree here to represent that, to represent the fact that when you get here, for example, and you have the option to go with A or stop, you will have to stop here and spend only 900. Because going beyond that point and taking the risk of spending maybe 500, but actually maybe 1,000 is unbearable. You cannot do that. So you would have to stop right here. And if you stop right here, this is probably not the best course of action anymore. It will probably change your strategy from today if in the future you cannot do what you wanted to do. So we can test all of this within the tree. You can stress the analysis. You can stress the strategy to see if it's bearable. Or of course, you could tell people, let them know that 10% of the time, almost, you will ask for more money. Maybe that's also the way to go, correct? The thing is, if you follow this plan B strategy, the way it's meant on the tree here, if you follow this initial strategy, you will be saving money for the company in the long run. In the long run, you will be spending less in average per unit than before. If you repeat this 1,000 times, 10,000 times per year, you will be saving money in the long run by minimizing the expected cost.